Well, let's get more now on our main story. More than £2 billion has been wiped off the value of Tesco after the supermarket giant disclosed it had overstated its latest profit estimates by £250 million. 4 executives have been suspended while an accountancy firm carries out an independent investigation. Well, with me now is Chris Roebuck, who's the visiting professor of transformational leadership at Cass Business School in London. Good evening, welcome. Good evening. When you first heard this figure this morning, what did you think?
Staggered, shocked, as many people were in terms of what's going on here. This is a critical leadership issue. If you are a leader in an organisation, to be credible, people both inside and outside have to think, A, I trust this person, and B, they know what they're doing. And in both cases, I think Tesco now has a problem.
I mean, the inside is interesting, isn't it? Because if you work for a large organisation, you want to be able to trust the people in charge, don't you?
Well, in the case of Tesco, this is absolutely critical. What's happening is they've had problems. They're trying to go in a new direction. They're trying to get back on top of the market, and they're going to have to ask their employees to put in extra effort, to tell them what customers are thinking, and to really go that extra mile for the organisation. That requires you to trust the people at the top, and this doesn't look good.
The new chief executive would presumably argue, and he's only been in the job since the beginning of the month, hasn't he? He would presumably argue by taking the action he has. We've seen these 4 senior figures suspended. We've got this independent investigation going on. He's done as much as he can under the circumstances.
He's made a good start, but the question is, how quickly do we get an answer? For every day that this drags on, it puts more doubts in people's minds, both inside and outside, as to what's going on. He has to get a grip of this as quickly as possible, and what he has to do is he has to re-establish the credibility of the whole leadership team, because inevitably the report is going to find out that somebody somewhere either did something they shouldn't have done or they didn't do something they should have done, and he's got to make those people be accountable and show to the whole organisation and indeed the market that the leadership team that is still there is credible. But that also calls into question what the board was doing and whether the auditors have agreed with a system that has holes in it.
What of the brand and the fact that we're talking about a company that was fantastically successful until relatively recently, and in those more recent times has started to hit problems? I mean, it's all part of a wider narrative, isn't it?
With Tesco, it's a wider narrative. In terms of your brand, there's different brands. There's the brand the customer sees, there's the brand the market sees, there's the brand that the employees see. And all of those are slightly different. But the core problem they have is that this particular type of thing has significant impact on all of those areas. And they need to do something about it quickly. If they do something about it quickly and they can re-establish credibility for the people who are running the organisation, as long as they continue to deliver good service to customers, continue to bring in improving financials, then that will be okay. But in the final analysis, they have to get back to the point that everybody inside and outside the organisation thinks that the people at the top, A, know what they're doing, and B, can be trusted.
And what, in your view, is quickly?
Quickly, I would have thought within a week.
Really? That quickly?
Maximum. If there is a situation where somebody has done something they shouldn't have done, or not done something they should, if there's good investigators, they know what area it's in, they know it was a profit forecast, they should be able to hone in on where that error occurred pretty quickly.
Okay, Professor Chris Roebuck, thank you very much indeed for coming in. Thank you.